Maurice, my brother, what's going on, man? How you feeling, man?
What up? What up? What up? I'm doing good. I can't complain. Complain. This is the day that the Lord has truly made. Man, I first off just want to say thank you for your obedience and doing what you do on the platform, man. It's needed. I don't want to take too much of your time. I'm 25. I'm a registered nurse. I'm a married man. I graduated debt free. Um, I have my wife's debt that we're paying off. We're about to be debt free in 15 months.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick to the tax question because that's what we're here for. So my question is how to best file taxes. So like I said, I'm married with one dependent, a beautiful 9-month baby girl. My wife's a school teacher. Like I said, I'm a registered nurse. And I make some extra cash from content creation and collaborations with that, paying off that debt with gazelle intensity. I make money on the side on social media where God has blessed me with a platform. I don't know how. People say, how'd you get 3 million followers on TikTok? How'd you get over 100K on Instagram? I don't know how. It's all glory and honor to God. But I make some extra cash on that. And I get these 1099s from collaborations. And sometimes I go to different, schools or group homes to speak. I submit a W-9. They hit me with these 1099s. And I just want to know, I don't have an LLC, so what's the best way for me to file these taxes? And so, like, I can maximize my tax return, minimize my debt, and build wealth. What's the best way for me to file my taxes? Get these write-offs. I don't have a, like I said, an LLC, but what's the best way to do that? Last year I had to owe about 2,000. I just want to make sure I'm doing things the right way and just stewarding over what God has blessed me with, honestly.
Nah, man, I love this question, Maurice, and I just want to salute you as a black man who's happily married,
Happily,
has a
man. I'm happily
newborn.
married.
That I see it. I see the smile on your face. I'm like, whoever she is, bo, she giving you that glow. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love seeing black men happily married, faithful, and being a father as well, man. And I love that. What would you say on the side? And then we'll bring in Jess. I'm going to ask you just some preliminary questions so we both know exactly how to help you out and serve you here. What would you say? What was your combined income last year, W-2 wise? Just W-2 wise, what was y'all's
So
combined income?
W2Y, so I make about 88K a month. I mean
Okay.
a year, and she
Okay.
makes about 41,000 as a school teacher. So you add that up, it's about 120K. And
Yep.
then on from the 1099, the side hustle, I'm about it kind of depends, but it roughly around 20K, extra 20K.
How you 25?
I'm 25, yes sir.
How old is your wife?
My wife, she's 23.
23, and y'all making $140,000 combined income?
Yes sir.
Oh
All
yeah,
glory
that's
and honor to God.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I'm gonna let Justin come in and ask the tax question. Then I'm gonna give you some stuff on the side, man. But I just want to say this before Justin come in. If you work this thing right, Maurice, it sounds like you're asking. The question that I hear from a spiritual perspective is, how do I become a good steward of the resources God has given me? Because I want God to give me more, but I got to steward this part first well. And at 25, your combined household income is double the average household income right now.
Mm.
So I really want you to understand, if you can get this information at 25 years old, get this information, listen to Justin, get connected with the Neat Taxes or whomever you want to file taxes with, whoever you trust,
Mm-hmm.
and steward this well. Brother, you're going to be a millionaire before you turn 40. And when I say a
Mm.
millionaire, you're going to be worth $1 million. Making $1 million is going to be easy for you, especially with 3 million on TikTok. It's going to be easy. And quick question too. It's my show. I can ask this. What do you do on TikTok? Are you doing stuff like around the nursing stuff? Like, what kind of
So
content are you doing?
on TikTok and Instagram, I post positive, uplifting content. I truly believe that God has called me to be a light in a world that is truly dark. So I'm posting, prayer videos, motivational videos, me hopping over cars, just praying for people. It's really in the vein of motivational inspiration and just Bible, man. I do daily Bible verses where I open the front door and say, "Hey, I'm Maurice, and this is your verse of the day." Stuff like that is really just spiritual, uplifting content.
Wow. Dude, I love it. Dude, I love it. I love it. All right. What's up, Justin? What you thinking, man? Help him out, man.
And Maurice, man, you winning, man. You winning. I love it because everything that you said I can relate to on a personal level, right? So from the content creation, I know what it's like getting those 1099s as you get those brand deals, especially with your following count, et cetera. That's going to be rolling in heavy. So you got your W-2, you and your wife's W-2. Your wife's a teacher, so she has teacher credits that she can use, right? There's write-offs that we can use just from a teacher's perspective. Even though she's a W-2 employee, the IRS has some write-offs that are set in place that only teachers can use on their tax returns. So that's the upper hand that she has. Now, let me just assume, since you have a new child, is it a son or a daughter?
She's a beautiful baby girl. Her name's Malia. It's a daughter.
Wonderful. Okay, so do you put your daughter in your content?
Yes.
You see where I'm going with this? So let's break this down real quick. Okay, you got your wife who's a W-2. Again, guys, this is what a neat taxes consultation looks like. All right, you have your wife who's a W-2 who's a teacher. She already has teacher credits that she's going to get. Then you also have your job, right? But you have your content creation. With you having content creation, that makes what I said earlier. Your lifestyle is now a write-off. So with your daughter, she I assume since y'all are both at work, she goes to daycare.
Yes, she does.
Daycare expenses, ain't it?
Ooh, yeah.
Come on. So you're gonna now use, and if you don't mind me asking, how much do you pay for daycare?
So we are blessed, not kind of. We blessed, so we pay about $750 a month. That's another story, but it's we blessed. We pay about $750 a month.
Yeah. This whole situation that I'm gonna explain is just for you and everyone who has a similar tax situation. Like, it's beautiful. $750 a month. Let me do this math real quick. $750 a month is $9,000 a year. Keep in mind, guys, everything is on a 12-month basis. Okay. So your daycare expenses, they're going to send you a form that you're going to be able to utilize. From that $9,000, you'll be getting a nice little chunk of that back because your daughter is in your content. So this is what I do. I just had a beautiful daughter too, right? Best believe she's on my Instagram. Best believe she's going to be in the content that I create. So not only do you have your daycare write-off when they send you that form from the daycare expenses that you pay month to month, but now, what's your daughter's name again?
Malia.
Malia. If you buy Malia clothes, anything that she wears, don't let you mess around and give her a bottle of formula as you're talking. Now that formula's a write-off. Y'all caught that?
Now, hold on, brother. Break this down because I need to know how is this legal and ethical, right? You know what I'm saying? Because what I don't want people to feel like they got a W-2 job. They're not content creators. Now they think because they post their daughter on Instagram, they can write off their daughter when I know that ain't the case. But in his situation as a content creator like myself, how is it that we can legally and ethically do this?
Yeah, and this is what it is because the beauty of his situation is he's a W-2 employee with a side hustle of a content creator.
Okay.
So not only is his actual lifestyle in regards to the clothes that he wears for his videos, if he has his daughter, and that's part of his uplifting content that he creates. The same thing, just like how his clothes and the videos are write-off, so are hers if this is a consistent thing. There are things where there's baby influencers out there, and if he's an influencer and he starts to get brand deal approached by X, Y, and Z toys or, I don't even know the baby brand clothes names, but y'all know more than I do, right? When you get approached by these brands, which I assume is going to happen if you have your daughter on a lot of your content, that is how it falls into this category. So to your point of the legal and ethical way, this is all within that frame because you're now having that person a part of your content, a part of your brand, a part of your business as a content creator.
I love it because that goes back to I didn't know I can write off some things with Raven because she's inside of some of my content. Now, I can't write Raven off what I spent for, but there are certain things that I can write off because she is in some of the content. And I love that. And so, Maurice, one thing I want to tell you is right now, what you do need to do is you need to sit down with an attorney and you need to go ahead and get your LLC up and running, right? You do need to do that. Why? Because you are officially a small business. So this is no longer just a hobby. If you're making $20,000, my boy Jay, who looked you up immediately because this is what he do, he's right around your age. You got 78 million views with 3.6 million followers, right? Like, I think I don't call myself a content creator. I'm a thought leader with a business, helping people get out of debt, manage wealth, and really experience the freedom that they have. That is a business, right? And so you need to operate as a business. And so my first thing to you is I would go in this year by the end of February, get you completely up and running as an LLC and start looking at how can you start operating as a business, because in the content creation space, he's right. There are certain things that I can legally and ethically write off. I can write off some of my clothes. I can write off some things with my car. So it's like now you'll be able to activate your car write-offs because of your content creation space. I just learned you can write off some things when it comes to your son and your daughter. I knew you could do that when it comes to like paying them, but I knew that has to have like a certain KRA attached to it and make sure that they're legally and ethically doing that. So there's a lot of things you could definitely do there, man. But I think the very first thing I would tell you is to go ahead and get your business up and running as a legit LLC, so that way you're protected legally there. And then also start having the companies pay your business, not you. Because
Yeah.
this way, it's like now you're going to get extra tax benefits on that, because now it's being paid to your business. And then that business is going to it's going to come back to you. I think the correct verbiage is it's a pass-through entity once you get the LLC. So what business makes right off and everything else passes through to you. And so I think that's the very first step that I would do for you, bro. But I just want to commend you on, one, being this young, being this wise, reverencing, I feel the passion in your energy, man, for the love of Christ, for the love of your wife, and for the love of your beautiful daughter. And you just want to do it right. And do it right. Where are you parking your savings account right now, Maurice? What are you doing with that?
So like I said, we're working the Dave Ramsey steps. That we're on the
Okay.
debt snowball right now. My wife has some student loans. Whenever I married her, I said that's mine too. That's not just gonna be hers on her own. So the
Facts.
majority of the money I make from that extra side money, it goes straight to that. So right now we just have our emergency fund, and we park it just with our local bank here. And
How
I
much is
don't
it? Is it
know.
$1,000?
We have 1,500. We put 500 because we have the baby too. Emergency may
Absolutely.
come up with her. So
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think with a baby, man, I think on average, how much do y'all make a month? What about $10,000 gross? So
yeah.
about a little bit over that, about 12. If you're at 140 combined incomes, you're probably 11 to 12,000. If I'm you, man, I would go ahead and just put it up to 5,000 because you do have a baby, and you do have
Mhm.
expenses. And if life was to hit you, I want you to have a little bit more cushion. But once you get to 5,000, man, yeah, work those that snowball method, baby step number 2, work the baby steps. So that way you have a little bit of cushion, especially with a newborn. Because newborn is what up until like the first 3 years, and y'all two could tell me I don't have any newborn, but they could be expensive if something happens. But you're in the medical field, so you got some connects in that area. So
Yeah.
the $1,500 may work. But yeah, man, I would say if you have 1,500, have you had to tap into that within the last 6 months?
No, we haven't had to tap into it.
Okay, cool, great. Put that into a high yield, man. So at least you can get $25 from it every month. Honestly, go ahead and put it into the SoFi account so that way you can at least get something in it, and you'll be able to touch it. You know what I'm saying? SoFi will send you a debit card to where you can get that money instantly. If you need it within 5 minutes, you can get it within 5 minutes. So I would definitely do that, bro. But man, thank you so much for calling in. You got a new subscriber and follower on TikTok and Instagram for myself. Keep winning. I mean, I'm gonna have to bring you on to the show and talk about how you've been able to experience this success, because we teach people on the side on how to do what you're doing inside of our Impact Creator Society. And Justin actually comes on because he's a huge creator as well, promoting with taxes in his food business, chef business. And so, man, you just encouraged me to keep going, because 25 years old and you're making an extra $20,000 on the side as a creator with your mission and vision that God has given you. I think this year, if you work it right, bro, you could probably make an extra 50 grand. Honestly, if
We
you
try.
do it right.
We trying.
Hey, man, you're
Yep.
going to do it.
Yeah, we gonna do it. God willing, we gonna do it. I'm trying to get into schools and speaking stuff, so we gonna do it.
For
He
sure,
gave me
man.
some glimpses and some stuff, and then tapping into your content, I'm like, this got to be God, got to be
This is
God.
easy.
Because I needed some more motivation. And hearing you talk about the debt snowball, talking about stewarding over finance, I'm like, I gotta watch him while I'm young. A lot of cats my age, they ain't doing this. And I'm like, God has me set apart. So if I want to reach them, I got to be like, I got to have results, and the way that I get the results is working it. Like you always say, I'm praying like it all depends on God, but I'm working like it all depend on me. So
Hey, man.
that's where we at.
You are a part of E3 fam, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir. You have a good one. Thank you for answering the question.
Yeah, no problem at all, man.